everyone. Thank you, Mr. T90, for joining. We are going to start right now with another game, Dogao versus Fedex, and we are starting with the first game. Fedex and Dogao, T90 with me, and we are about to synchronize 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go. And look at this matchup. Mr. T90, Chinese, and the Celts. Dogao was a blue, Fedex at a red. What do you think? Who do you think is favorite with these civilizations? China or Celts?
I think last time we casted together, you asked me a lot of questions, and I said it depends a lot. But
yeah, pretty much.
It like Chinese, clearly the more well-rounded civilization here. It all depends on if Celts are able to get the ball rolling with their siege. Typically, like the Celt eco is great, but Chinese have more options. They start with more villagers. So I think Fedex might be picking the Celts because he doesn't feel as strong as someone like Dogao, and he wants to gain a lead with the siege.
So, also, do you really think that with this map, the civilizations are getting that huge impact? Because we are watching a lot of decisions making that is doing the game going for one or another.
You know, another thing you can do with Celts, you don't, like I said, the siege, right? The faster infantry in Dark Age is huge, and you could definitely get some early harassment into the Chinese eco. So I think while the maps definitely contribute to what civilizations are picked, I also think the maps also open up possibilities for a civ like Celts who, in ranked games, might wall more than they can possibly do here.
Yeah, okay. Well, talking a little bit about the maps, according to the maps that we have been watching in the tournament, look at Dogao map. It's definitely not a terrible one. Look at the wood he has at the back, where he put the lumber camp, the main goal in a flat area at the back with another 2 forests. It's true that in front is super open, but if he's doing some small walls close to the TC, he has everything he needs, except a stone, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, my worry would be long term. I think the big resource you need in mid castle age with Chinese is probably the stone to get the castles up for protection in Shukunu. So that's something that Dogao will need to go for. But I agree, perfect map from a balance standpoint here. Same thing goes for Fedex. Fedex has some forward resources, so you've got to fight for control.
Yeah, well, if you check Fedex map, oof, that is stone forward, secondary goal in front, the goal on a side, but look how far it is, and in that hill that is always uncomfortable. On the left there is one stone on a side, but at least the berries and the wood line is at the back, so more or less, well, except the goal, it will be similar, but let's see how aggressive they play.
I feel like this could be a civ matchup where Celts can go standard and his man-at-arms. Which might not be so standard nowadays, actually. It might be standard to go for the Drush, but I think man-at-arms with the forward berries for Chinese, which has now been scouted by Fedex, gets pressure on their food eco early, and Celts can really struggle against fast pressure if they can't, or excuse me, Chinese can struggle against the fast pressure if they can't wall.
Okay, let's see what what about the laming? Because we're watching many games, not many games. The lame was success, and the rhinos at the back is helping to that, right?
Yeah, I think the main thing is players have been pretty on the ball. Also, nowadays you can block the enemy scout when they're stealing. So that was not. There used to be, I think it was called player priority, where player 1 would get blocking priority over player 2, which was super awkward. As Dogao, I think, is going to go for a pretty aggressive wall here.
Yeah, too greedy, right?
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was doing with her in the first place. But yeah, maybe too greedy. But back to your point, I think laming hasn't been that successful yet because players have figured out how to block.
Well, I'm telling you something. NBL was yesterday in my chat. I was talking about this topic, and you know what he said in the chat? Bad lamers.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, MBL is going to show us, man.
Yeah, well, he knows. Anyway, what is impressive also how the players adapt, and in the previous one, he got lamed. We forgot to mention also the match got lamed, and the map was terrible, and even with one rhino less, it was able to do the job. Here I was talking about the lame because China getting lamed can be huge.
And also not scouting in general. Like, Dogao's very happy to play this macro-oriented right now, but I think he was late to bring in this Rhino. He's just now bringing it in, and also that Drush is incoming, but almost predicting that mem.
Yeah.
He's walled up on the berries, and instead Fedex is going to head over to the woodline.
Oh, how he could see? Oh, he saw it use the militias. Okay,
Ooh,
he wanted
wow,
to save time.
huge.
Yeah, that's nice. That's very nice. But don't you think that he's a little bit overconfident, or he was like the kills become predictable because you have seen how the militias are on the scout? So Dogao is thinking, why to explore? He's gonna come with the militias.
Yeah, I think that could definitely be it. You expect it in some way, shape, or form. Now, what you don't know is where Fedex is. You don't know if Fedex is committing to go feudal after this. You don't really have an idea. But for now, he's just going to worry about what his game plan is, which looks to be scouts. Normally, I'd say you could always get a villager or two over to the gold and go archers here. But with the amount of food that's underneath that town center, Dogao will most likely not go for that.
Yeah, but look at Fedex, man. I mean, he's overconfident, that one. 0 walls. I mean, you go with the Drash. Oh, the uptime is actually quite fast. Fedex 24-hour village, so he's not thinking, I mean, except Juan, that we didn't talk about those games, and we can talk later, but except Juan with the crazy fast castle, we are not watching like militias and going fast castle anymore, which I don't know you, but I'm so happy about that.
No, dude, that's fun, man.
What the hell? You want to see only fast castle?
Today, you're telling me you wouldn't want to see Huang trying that against Viper.
But Juan make it funny, but the others are just fast castle and then go for imp, for boom. Juan is nice because he may like this and go full aggressive, but the others, it's just booming map, and this is not the map that we want.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. I really like how Fedex didn't try and full wall, actually, because if you try to full wall when there's so much to wall, that scout for Dogao could snipe the Vil. So he realizes that he just needs a bit of time. He's probably going to add 2 spears or maybe more than that at home. And Dogao also realizes that's a possibility, is finally scouting this guy's base.
Okay, well, still trying to... I like how Dogao play. These guys don't panic. I mean, sometimes you see, well, all the kind of player, then they get aggressive by the militias, and you see them not multitasking at all, but it's still so clean build order for Dogao, even with the pressure from the militias and the scout.
I actually want to say the same thing about Fedex too. A very clean build. You got the early pressure in, and now he's on 2 ranges behind this and heading over to his gold. But do you see Dogao on the right side, Mem?
Yeah, 2 villas is sneaky, man.
Really sneaky. Yeah, if he's able to get a tower on the wood line and the gold, that'd be epic.
Well, he's going for that. I wouldn't do it there, right? He's doing in the south. If he's doing just close to the other land, we'll take everything. And now he's gonna get spoiled by Fedex.
Yeah, it's too close to the palisade. Yeah, he's got a bail on that, builds it a bit further away, but still could be spotted. See how Fedex reacts to this, because you probably don't want to have to make your own tower. You could just batter that down if Dogao doesn't quick wall.
He doesn't see
it. If he notices... Oh, and on the berries, Mem, villager goes down.
Villiers down, I was there, and he still didn't notice. This is what makes the difference with the players. Now he noticed. Look how long he's building it, and I'm always telling this. I mean, the players know what to do. They will order everything. It's about the multitasking in T90.
Yeah, just the awareness in the minimap there, too. The only reason he noticed that right there is Dogao quick walls. Only reason he noticed that is because he had to protect his Vils, and oh man, you're right, the multitasking not working out for Fedex. Loses another Vil. And the army looks pretty pathetic.
Oh, look! He's walling the village in! Fedex, very nice! Because now that tower with only 2 villages is gonna be probably down. And he walled in those 2 villages. That's what's cool.
Okay. Good work. Yeah, good work. Has a ton of idle time, Mem. And those were both of his lumber camps. So he built 2 lumber camps there. As more scouts come in, it still feels like Dogao, he just passes here. But still accomplished so much. Surprised to see it, but he'll get another Vil before he moves along.
Yeah, he's taking another. Well, Villiers different now is 3 Villiers, which is not huge because usually China should be 1-2 ahead because of this civilization. It has a better start with more Villiers, and you will keep it. And well, I'm checking, and Dogao has lost 2 Villiers and Fedex 3, so more or less okay. And now look at the Villiers. He should kill it. The tower is not in the range. That tower to kill that Villier.
I don't think it is. Or maybe he's not. No, he's got it. Okay,
it is.
That makes more sense.
Okay.
So one thing I want to bring up as I look at the economies, I think while the Vil count is somewhat close, the Dogao's eco is so much better right now. He's got 15 on food. Maybe it's just been corrected by Fedex. He's going to have solid army momentum to clear up what Fedex has in the front. So Fedex, I think, needs to pressure because it will get out of hand if Dogao can get a full wall up on the front with that back gold.
Yeah. a less idle time also. The people don't remember that because people got used to see the Celts because of Hoan, but honestly, in this kind of battle, I think Chinese is much better. Like the mobility they have, and the Celts shine in early castle because that siege pike rush, or even with knights, is too powerful. But at this point, the scout skirmish is going for Dogao. In my opinion, is a better combination.
Well, and think about it. Fedex made his only tower to counter tower, and now while he's protected the wood line, look at his gold. So sometimes you'll see players with those golds make towers. He can't do that now. So that's going to be really bad in a moment as the skirmishers and whatever scouts Dogao has left over, if he doesn't take a bad engagement, comes forward.
But you say that it's smart how Fedex is moving to those servers on the left, which is nice. The economy seems to be not too far behind if you check the resources gathering. It's true that wheelbarrow is on the way from Dogao, so the economy, like you said, it seems to be on point for Dogao.
Yeah, Dogao doing a great job here. He doesn't even need to continue on. Just taking his opposition off the gold is fine. If he sees an opportunity to get a Vil Snipe, take it. But at home, we have 2 ranges producing for Dogao. His eco is perfect. His base is looking perfect now. And not necessarily because of the map gen, but because of how he's played it after Fedex was not able to accomplish much with the militia.
I'm just thinking, look how unfortunate it is that Fedex didn't explore on the left, because not too far from those deers, or zebras, he got 1 stone and another goal. He could go that area because a lot of times the players focus too much in the main base, and someone that is doing this really great. Remember VV game all the days, VV? He just moved all over and his map was really bad too. And you move in that area and probably your opponent will never even explore.
Oh, Dogao's been confused, man. He's been like, where are those ranged units? Because he saw the ranges, he just spotted them, he's been waiting. And Dogao's got skirms prepped. It just looks like Dogao is ready for every single thing that could happen. What he wasn't expecting was that scout there from Fedex. Fedex added a stable in the back of his base to get scouts out for the skirms. But
I don't like that.
Castblade flick up is about to come in, and that's a bigger problem for Fedex now because he just spent food.
Yeah, I don't like that the scouts going from the Celts here. I mean, later in Castles is okay. I would have gone better like a market even if he doesn't have the resources and try to balance the economy, because now, like you said, 23-minute castle for blue. Dogao is gonna dominate now with that transition to Castle Age and adding stables already.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Chinese as well, right? Celts, you question the stable, even if you feel like it might be necessary, you question it. But with Chinese, you don't question anything they do because they can genuinely do everything well, except for, well, there's a few things out there. But these archers are all melting away for Fedex.
Yeah, well, China has also great economy bonus. Now he's doing the market. Look at the base from Fedex. He's also a little bit open with close to that TC. He's doing now the market. He's about to. No, he's still not that. I mean, not so far to go up, but his opponent is almost there. And that goal, how he's going to defend that goal? And no army at all.
No army whatsoever. I think honestly, man, we haven't seen it too much in this tournament because players want to fight and fight and fight and fight. But this might be a situation where the GG's even called when Fedex sees Dogao as in castle. I mean, he's just clicked up himself, but anything that Dogao does, genuinely anything, a lead skirm, knights, just kills Fedex here.
Yeah, well, I mean, like you will say, it depends, right? It's doing now a second stable, and I don't know, I don't like the second stable approach here. I will buy a stone to make a tower in that gold, that for sure, and siege and pikes from Celts will be the best solution here.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something to remember. You do have a YOLO Civ. So if you're behind, you think maybe Dogao will overextend, maybe Dogao will make a mistake, and then I can get forward and make siege and abuse the fact he has forward resources. But Dogao right now sniping villagers with skirmishers, and there will be some knights coming behind this, you imagine, and crossbows actually.
Yeah, he's killing with the skirmishes because now Fedex got absolutely nothing. He's 3 villas ahead, but he has no wheelbarrow, so he's definitely not ahead in economy. Now he's losing more villas and a scout. He's forcing him to make a scout because he got nothing. Just imagine if he got here a tower, how different it will be. Of course, he will pay damage. Yeah. He'll be behind, but it could be holding a little bit because he's almost castle age.
It's funny. Fedex is a chess grandmaster, and he got checkmated with the defensive tower. Like, he got totally baited into that tower, and now he cannot protect his gold. Like, if you think about it,
God.
that was a 300 IQ play from Dogao to lose the 2 villagers building that tower. It was perfect.
T90, the jokes, what is happening? What is happening yesterday with Orlu, now with you? What is this? You both are killing me, man. You both are killing me.
I'm telling you. That one.
I was with Orlu 8 hours, you know, and he's a great guy, great caster, but oh my God, he was destroying me, man. Anyway, destroying is what Fedex is getting on his base. Look at this. It's just
I'm
GG.
surprised Fedex is still playing right now. But man, as the GG's called, remember we talked about like how you want to take control with Celts. The Drush did not accomplish that for Fedex, and it's easy to say now, but if you have a gold like that, I think you build in front of it and you take control of that early feudal instead of delaying feudal. And what delaying feudal did here was it gave Dogao time to run villagers forward, to snipe a few villagers. I mean, props to Dogao for the excellent defending with the walls. He had them all over his base, but I think man-at-arms, and then so you can get the spearmen out faster is what Fedex should have done more to turn this around for himself.
And there is something that I never understand with the pros. Why Fedex is walling like he did the left side of the map, but he didn't take care about his goal at all. Didn't make any building in front, nothing, just an outpost. Okay, well, I know that they are coming, but then, okay, they are coming and you are dead.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I think the reason his gold is so exposed right now is because of all the bad things that happened, though. You know what I mean? Like, if he ever felt like he had the control, he probably would have done a bit more there. Maybe he was scouting too. I mean, he went forward early with the Drush, but man, we can talk till we're blue in the face about what went wrong for Fedex, or we can move on to game 2.
No, we move. I'm gonna check the statistics. Use the statistics just to let them know to the viewers. I don't know if you are showing the statistics as well. You can see that the unit skills are double for Dogao, the economy much better, and the castle time was 2 minutes, and then we move right away to game number 2.
Okay. Game 2 it is. Works for me.
I'm already going. Dogao versus Fedex. We're getting there. And now, Fedex,
Wait,
Dogao.
Did you start?
No, wait. Let's go. And I will tell you 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go.
Okay.
And Lithuanians, Ethiopians. Man, Lithuania is going to be one of the favorite civilizations here.
Yeah. Anytime Lithuanians are up against an archer civ, they look really strong, right? Think of Ethiopian bonuses. Ethiopians have crossbow and they get free pike. They do not have great cav. They don't have a great counter if Fedex can turn this into skirmishers. I've loved watching Lithuanians in this tournament. It's such a fun, well-rounded, strong civ in different aspects of the game.
Yeah, and people is playing very smooth with them. I mean, I don't know if you remember the game between Brew and Stark. Amazing performance with Lithuanians by the Brazilian. Well, by Bruth, because Stark is Brazilian too.
They're both Brazilian. Were you surprised that Bro got the win there, or is that not a huge surprise for you?
Not in this map.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And I think the map, the more open the map, the worse Stark can perform at times, right?
Exactly, and it was happening. Also, what I like is that if you notice, the players who are going really aggressive are finally getting rewarded.
Yep. Yeah, in many ways, that's true. You still have some aspects where booming is important, but you've got to take map control before investing into eco. So I'm looking at the maps right now.
Let's go.
These maps are quality. You have golds on the back for both players. You got multiple wood lines to choose from. It's almost mirrored in the sense that the berries are slightly forward for both. The main stone is slightly forward for both. I'm not sure what to expect from them. Sometimes Lithuanians will opt for fast scouts, but I think either way, they're going to have no complaints about the maps.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward, really. I believe that... I feel that Dogao is not going to go Dras trying to castle. It's probably is going to go transition between 2022 population up and then make the militias into men at arms during the transition to feudal age. Because knowing that Lithuania is going to be really quick up and probably going aggressive, you don't want... And also the walls are not working in the tournament.
Yeah, it's certainly, you're not getting as much reward for investing into walls in many situations. Ooh, a bit unfortunate for Dogao as he brings in a deer. You know, the same build that Fedex lost with in the previous game might actually be a good build for Dogao to consider here. Like, add the militia, disrupt Fedex a bit, and then maybe delay whatever he's going for, and then turn it right into some spears and archers. I mean, it still doesn't solve that problem of Lithuanian skirms, but I know a lot of players who might prefer to go for a drush in Dogao's position.
But the problem here is that Lithuanians are kinda unpredictable. It reminds me in some sense Kumans, and I explain you why. A lot of players, and we have seen also the Dras, the famous Dras with in 3 minutes barrack. I mean, Lithuanians can go also some crazy strategy. So that's why now Dogao is not playing passive with the scout like in the previous game. You see? He's going to gather information, trying to see what Fedex is going to do, because he knows that with Lithuanians, many things can happen.
Yeah, that's good. And I think Fedex should arguably do the same, right? I mean, no, he wants the food, but Dogao could go man-at-arms, or he could go drush. Two very, very different things, despite the fact they both use a barracks and infantry. So I think Fedex will probably move forward after pushing in the ostrich here, men, but there could be some concerns if Dogao does add the barracks, and there it is.
Okay, well, let's see, because I have... Wait a moment, because I have a problem here. Fix it now. Okay, perfect. I have an overlay with civilization. I have run. Just run over.
Okay, no worries.
Okay. We keep going now. Well, 4 villages on berries for Fedex. He's gonna go up 20 population. Yeah, 20. Not extremely quick for Lithuanians, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he's being a bit greedy here too. That those berries are forward, but he's gonna have loom at least if the militia arrive. I feel like if you're gonna be greedy, it tends to happen with the scout opening. So much food for Fedex, so holy cow, man. He's brought in 2 or maybe 3 ostrich, and then also the goats and the 150 extra food at the start.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Those goats at the back, didn't find it. He's walling all now. I mean, his map is solid.
Yeah.
Dogao, I'm talking. He's walling, and he's gonna go up probably like I was talking. Oh, it's not. So he's going for the fast castle approach then.
I'm a bit torn because I'd say like best case scenario with this build, you're gonna have your goats, what Dogao doesn't have on the left. And without that, you're probably seeing like 28 pop or 29 pop feudal. Let's see what Dogao's up to. It almost looks like FC, man, because of all the walls.
Yeah.
See if he clicks. He still has that option to click up, and Fedex has not scouted this at all. He doesn't even know where Dogao is at the moment.
Yeah. Do you know what I don't like? What players are not... Oh, that's a quick walls in the berries. What I don't like that the players, when they see these walls, they're never going forward anymore. Like, they try to adapt, but then they fall behind 2-3 minutes in castle age, and they don't put any pressure, and then let the player going fast castle age. Smooth, man. Like, clean fast... Oh, another walls, the walls. Panic, man. Panic. That is called panic. That is called panic.
And this is all prevented if you scout. So he might have got more food, and he might have 500 right now, and he might even save the villager, but the guy currently is going to take straggler trees for wood, so the eco balance is not where he wants it to be for his scout build.
Yeah, the problem now Fedex. He got 3 villages on wood only. It's true that he's taking the stragglers. No, only 1 straggler more left, and hopefully he's not gonna take any villages there. Doing the loom, and gonna go up 27 villages. I think with Ethiopians, it's gonna work. It's gonna work because you get 100 extra food and gold. But please, T90, check the map for Dogao and try to find a hole.
Well, I hope he checks here. So he just plugged a hole between the house and the palisade. Yeah. And then he sent that villager back to wood. He has not checked the left side of his base. Oh, no, he's doing it now.
Come on. I want a hole,
How many times have we seen mistakes from players not checking to see if they have bulls when they're fully walled? I mean, Jordan had an issue with it. A few players today had an issue with it. So Dogao, he knows the risk of not checking. Well played.
Yeah, you only need to click outside and that's it. I mean, you click outside and when you see that the units are going straight to another side or going away to that spot, you know that there's a hole, so...
Sure.
Just check it.
All right, well, plus 100 incoming for Dogao. What do you think Fedex should do at this point? I think it's too late to go forward. What's the plan here?
First spear, manito. Okay.
That's funny.
Well, I have a perfect emoticon for this situation, and I'm not really happy to use it at this point because it's in a really bad position now.
I
mean,
mean, is it push?
It really is. Look at the
If you
resources
don't-
for Dogao. Look at the economy. Look at that.
Well, that might be good. I don't think. I think pushing is suicide, surely, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
yeah, it's tough. Like he's kind of made his bed, and now he's got to lie in it. I would say skirmishers and hope for the best because the skirmishers are fast and try and pick off as many of those archers from Dogao as possible. One of the first easy breezy fast castles we've seen in this tournament, man. Dogao
Yeah.
making it look so smooth over here.
But I'm telling you something. He's going to startup because he's Ethiopians. Players like Hoan and some others, I mean, if he's Ethiopians, mind games incoming. If he's going stable, even if the knights from the Ethiopians are not the best, he win the game even easier, in my opinion. Because now Lithuanians can go skirmishers. I mean, the skirmishers are really good.
True.
So he could go skirmish if Fedex play smart, he's walling and just go skirmishes. Remember that he's gonna be really quick up Dogao, so that also means his economy is not gonna be super great. Yes, he will get the bonus now again in Castle Age, but still, he don't have army at all. Doesn't have army at all. So if he's massing skirmishers and few scouts with some good micro, Fedex will be able to hold in the start and keep going like this.
I think you need
reason.
skirms and armor, and you need to track them. Like he
Yeah.
currently is doing a better job, unlike in Dark Age. He's doing a better job of tracking what Dogao is going to do. But the thing is, Dogao, he still has his scout out there, so he could see what his opponent's up to. And also, I don't think there's any real reason for Dogao to move out right now. Like, just wait for your upgrades, take another plus 100 food and plus 100 gold, and maybe even invest further into eco. It's really asking questions of Fedex right now more than anything.
Yeah, well, checking Fedex base, he tried to wall far from the goal just to have a room to be safe. The resources are growing, actually, are really growing. He's doing the market, but that gap of 2 minutes with those arches is gonna be painful for him. The woodline, both woodline are exposed.
Sure. And also,
So-
no skirms. So
Yeah.
anything that comes out now does counter him. And as you just said, I think the biggest issue is not the gold, but it's the woodlines. Something Dogao will have seen because Dogao has scouted every single aspect of Fedex's base. Dogao is just... I don't know what to say, except for he makes it look so damn easy when he plays.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Well, because they know each other a lot. I mean, and Dogao know that Fedex is not an aggressive player. But now I'm gonna tell you something. Just look at the Fedex wall. Are you really telling me that he's not wall between that stone and the woodland? Seriously? I mean,
What?
he's open. I mean, he made the foundation of the palisade, but he didn't make it, man. He didn't wall. So this is what the hell? I can't believe the Titanic. Look at the scout. Now he's going. The archers are coming, and T90. This series is gonna be a really fast one. Man.
That right there is a mental thing. You like when you're a bit stressed or you know you're under pressure, you try and do too much and you try and be almost too fast without thinking. And 2 vills down, and it will be 3, and Fedex might not even make it to Castle Age. Oof. Yeah, GG.
Man. Oh my god, I told you, man. I told you. The fastest series, man.
Yeah.
My god. The fastest series in the tournament, probably.
Yeah, there's been too many for me to count, but the first game was pretty quick. This game's pretty quick. I think as much as Fedex will be disappointed in himself here, Dogao is clearly a top 10 player, and his tournament performances have been amazing. So at least Fedex has that. Like, he probably, even if he walls there, is in trouble, and it just didn't look close. As opposed to if it looks close and you lose, then maybe then you're more frustrated about your mistakes.
But honestly, the time up for Fedex after doing a scout or one and all, it was 20 minutes. Like he was going a good time up, so
yeah,
he knows what to do. But he just didn't wall. I mean, not a single wall.
Like, think about Fedex's late Dark Age. He pushes an extra ostrich. Then the Drush surprises him, so he's off wood, he's off berries, and then at that point, he's like, well, shoot.
Yeah.
Dogao's going FC. I didn't even scout his walls yet. If he has his scout active at 6 minutes, he sees the barracks, and he can prep properly for the Drush, and then he can do what you said and possibly go forward. So this is a scouting loss right here. It's not a civ loss, it's a scouting loss. And I hope that many of the viewers who are watching this realize how important just seeing what your opponent's doing is, because this was as clear as day for me.
And a snowball from there. Anyway, we can take the achievements, and honestly, I don't think we even need to make a break. We can go right away, because I don't know you, but I'm super excited with the next series, because I want to see the Riot versus Say My Name, because that should be a completely different series. I mean,
no, I think that one will be closer. It's cool because you have, well, we'll get to it in a moment, Mem, but you have Riot, who's at once a top 8 player, right?
Yeah.
Many people's eyes, top 5.
Exactly.
Who doesn't play as much. Again, Say My Name, who's been active, but probably at his peak around the, I think, 22nd seed. If I look at my schedule here.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Well, let's go and check the draft, and we can go from now directly from that series.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.